If these three things are taken care of, if it's not done, then there could be a better life. In fact, these events will turn your life around. The first is to calm down. Calming down, it means that you are behaving better than what has happened. Calm down. The second is exhausted breathing. Exhaust yourself and breathe more consciously. Seek divine intervention. Pranayama is very, very powerful. It can resolve many matters related with emotions and mind. And third is not to lampoon someone, not to castigate someone, sabotage one's image because someone has done bad. No, that's not needed. Clarity is like stepping into the unknown. It gives you the vision of life. What has blurred you is the confusion and confoundedness of what you have gone through. Something which wasn't expected has happened. Now you cannot make any sense of it. Or something unjustified has been done to you, something that you cannot deal with. You have been duped, you have been cheated on emotionally or financially. The ones whom you do not respect. So this blurred vision of your life is a chaos. And that chaos has totally ruffled you, rattled your emotional well-being. All you need is clarity. Because clarity is like tapping into the solution. And if you are able to resolve it, it means that you have come to terms with what has happened in the past, what has happened to you. So once you come with what has happened to you, then the acceptance itself will create a gap for you to know things from a different perspective. Because the very perspective comes from the vision of life. And that vision is nothing but the clarity. And that clarity is all we need. At different points in time, of course. Because that clarity calms us down. The first thing that you need to understand is calm down. Not to behave worse than what has happened. I repeat myself, not to behave worse than what has happened. Because it has all to rattle you off, to derail your life. You will ensure the derailment of your life if you behave worse than what you have gone through, what has happened. Even you think, oh, nothing worse could happen than this, just calm down. And the second thing that you do, that we take for granted, that is the power of our prana. We are all breathing in, but we are not conscious of how powerful it is. We can actually transmute our emotions, and energetically we can change our emotion through the power of breath. Energy cannot be seen, but we are all emanating some form of energy, isn't it? So prana is that can actually change the entire course of your emotion. So exhaustive pranayama is very important. Exhalation, like exhale exhaustively, exhale exhaustively, and breathe in more consciously for 20 minutes in the morning. And when you breathe in consciously, there is a power that works. Exhausting yourself with breath is one of the most powerful tools to turn your emotions around from worse to better, from confusion to clarity. Because your breath could be the answer to your emotions. The reason why I'm saying is your emotions are trapped within this body. You feel vibration at times. You feel there's a knot in the body, and that knot needs untangling because it's tangled. It is coiled up. It has become a knot, and that needs to resolve. And as we do that, there is a wave of emotions. There's an upsurge of emotion. So, what could actually change your life is a perspective, and the perspective could be navigated with the power of breath. Because emotion is nothing but entrapped memories. And something has happened which has totally rattled you and put you off the course. It does mean that it impacts you on a psychological level. Now, there is a gap which must be created between these two circuits, the neurons and the message that is passed on to the body. If there is a cut in there, there could be a way. All the yogis know this very well. They never allow the cell's memory to regulate their thought process. It means that they can be totally unaffected by what has happened outside of their life. And many great ones also through the experiences of life, of course. And the third is never empower others by being abusive, by trying to sabotage the image of the other person, no matter who has done what. Absolutely no. So these three things, if you can just take care of them, there will be a way. The first is to calm down. Calming down, it means that you are behaving better than what has happened. Calm down. The second is exhausted breathing. Exhaust yourself and breathe more consciously. Seek divine intervention. Pranayama is very, very powerful. It can resolve many matters related with emotions and mind. And third is not to lampoon someone, not to castigate someone, sabotage one's image because someone has done bad. No, that's not needed. If these three things are taken care of, if it's not done, then there could be a better life. In fact, these events will turn your life around in such a better way that you will become more grateful for what has happened to you. Because you will say, it happened for me, not to me. This is the clarity. So anything that you cannot control, that you were not control of in the past happened. It didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Either it happened to cleanse you off of, let's say, karmic impressions, karmic debt that you had to pay off anyway. Or it happened to change the course of your life so that you could become a better version of yourself, a more mature human being, which you could not have become without having gone through those experiences. That's the clarity. So once you reach to that level, you become more simpler, more humble, more superior, and more successful. That's the clarity.